What's up, guys? Welcome to BroBeats, and today I want to show you guys one of the best banks I've ever made, and it's for Serum 2. So this bank is super large. It's going to be more than 500 plus presets. So what I mean by that is basically I made a bunch of presets when Serum 2 came out, and that's probably why you haven't seen me talk about Serum 2. So you can see I have tons of banks, as you can see right there. So the first bank that I'm releasing, and this is my favorite one, is Blemish. So that's the one we're going to be showcasing today. So there's 66 presets. I broke them up because I wanted people to be able to afford the banks, and also I don't like personally sifting through 1,000 presets, so I wanted to break them up so they're kind of have like themes and every sound kind of goes together. So Blemish is the bank. Links will be in the description, comment section down below. So this bank is going to be $5. The full bank, this bank right here is going to be $5, but there is a free version. Okay, so here's the fun part. Every bank that I drop will have at least 20 presets that are free. So these are the free presets. So at the end of this entire drop, what's going to happen is you're going to have about, let's say there's 7 banks total. You'll have about 140 free presets that you can use just for free. All right, so if you can't afford it for whatever reason, understandable, you just get free presets. So every sound in this video is being used with the free bank. Now, this is being recorded after I made this, so after this video you'll see the entire making of this melody. All right, so this is just a showcase of the presets we did here. Okay, so now in this video I'm just kind of showing you like the overview and kind of explaining, you know, what the presets are and what they do, and I'm just gonna go through. So let's go ahead and get it right. So first we have, and I'll just mute all these. So first we have a 4 halftime key. So this, obviously I specifically made this to be used in halftime. Now you can use it normally if you want to, but I specifically made this piano so it sounds good in halftime. Okay, so that's the melody we made, and then we put these, y'all already know about this preset that I showed y'all before. We turn that on. So I wanted it to sound kind of like a chop, not a chop sample, but you know, like a sample that was manipulated. And I kind of like that synthy sample sound, so that's why I made this. So it's one of my favorite presets in the bank. And then you have other presets. So you have like this one, and I gotta turn this off. Now I actually forgot to mention this in the like cook-up, but a lot of these sounds here I made to be made with the like ARPs. So I didn't go heavy on ARPs. As you can see, like in the full bank, there's not many ARPs. There's like one ARP, and that's because Serum 2 has built-in ARPs already. So all you need to do is just click here, and then you can just kind of play around with that. Okay, so this one has one on. You can turn it off if you want. Okay, so this is what this sounds like. Make sure this isn't on. Right, and that's all being ran into this to kind of sell that effect that I was going for. All right, so that's kind of the setup there. Again, these are just kind of showing you kind of the idea of the bank and stuff like that. Y'all already know a lot of, for the people that's been watching a while, you know I like sounds that work for you. I hate having to add a bunch of effects, hate having to add reverb, delay. So a lot, if you look, some of these sounds, they have reverb and stuff built into them, as you can see on the side, because I think it's just, you want to just start cooking up. You don't want to be toying around with effects. I want to get to making the beat and stuff as fast as possible. Let's clean this up a little bit. So we can leave that on for now. And then this is just a pad. It's nothing crazy. It's just a pad. I made this pad for like soul stuff, so I just added it in the free version because obviously like I want y'all to be able to make good stuff. So I'll just mute one of these. You don't need to EQ it. I built it so that it goes well with any sound that you want. So I just thought this was a cool preset. Okay, so there's the pad. There isn't many pads in the bank because it's, I mean, a bell, pluck, a key, they could be used as pads too. So it's like kind of just, you know, just a name. Now, this is one of my favorite presets. Now, it's a weird sound, but it adds a lot of life to your melody. So this is a flute, but the flute is, and it's very weird. Right? Now, the reason this effect is here is because I put mono and legato. So this is a flute you're going to want to use at a higher pitch for sure. As you can see there. So yeah, you could turn off the mono if you don't want that. So it'll start kind of working like a normal flute. This is the wobble version. But yeah, just kind of showing you that. So that's the flute, and I'll just play it. All right, so that is the melody. Let's go ahead and we'll get into the drums. Now we're gonna go ahead and go over the drums. So these are my favorite parts of the kits. So I'll just mute some of these. So this is the 𝗖𝗢𝗨𝗥𝗦𝗘𝗦 preset. So this is built so that you can enhance your own 808s or create 808s. So I'll just play it once. So this is the 𝗖𝗢𝗨𝗥𝗦𝗘𝗦 preset. And then this is it put in here. Okay, so this is the setup here. Basically how this is set up is you can kind of edit these however you please, but if you want to add stuff, so you want to add a chorus, you want to make sure this compressor is after. So you can put any combination, but make sure you put this compressor after. You can kind of create some interesting 808s. So there's that. If you want to throw something else in there, okay, you can do that, or whatever 808s you want in there. Probably want something more like, yeah. You can kind of play around with that. So I'm gonna go back and we'll just show you the presets. Okay, so this is what we came up with here. So that's the 808, and then we'll add in our snare. So this is the pattern for the snare. Now these are very interesting because how I made these is I made these have their own pattern. So of course you can drag in, you know, if you want to drag in a sound, of course you can do that. Right? You can drag your sound in there, but we'll stick with the snare. So you can see right here, this is a auto pan system. This is using like the LFO and stuff. So when you play it, it'll just automatically, as you can hear it, it'll automatically pan. Okay. So the cool thing about this preset here, okay, is this is the Pat Snare Super Trap, is because if you go to clips in Serum 2, I made a bunch of clips that you guys can use. Okay, so you can combine these however you please. These are all mapped, as you can see, to these little areas here. Okay, and I believe, yeah. So you can kind of map them how you want. And if you want to come in here and use this as a template, you can go ahead and do that. That's why I made it. You can kind of build on this, right? So yeah, and then basically I just came up with something simple. So this is just what we had. And I'll just show you a little bit more. I'll just kind of throw some stuff in there so you can see just kind of what it's doing. Even though it might not sound good, but I just want to show you. Right, so you can see you can combine them however you want. I know that didn't sound too crazy, but I just threw it in there just so you can kind of see what it's doing. Okay, so have fun with that. Let's go ahead and do the hi-hats. So the hi-hats, the same exact thing. It's literally the same exact thing. It's just hi-hats, right? So same panning, and then you can go in here. So this is more super trap. Now I kept simple stuff too, as you can see. But yeah, if you want to have fun with that, you want to build your own stuff, you can, or you can actually save these and store them. So yeah, same thing with the hi-hat, and this is what we came up with. All right, so the cool thing about these as well is you can also go in here and you can edit like the pitch and stuff like that. And I believe you can actually allow your DAW to control the pitch, but as of right now, it's not really changing the pitch or anything. Right, it's not doing anything. So maybe there's a setting in there, but y'all can play around with that. So lastly, we have the open hats. Same thing. You can kind of play around. All right, whatever you could. Okay. So yeah, I'll just show you this because it's pretty much the same setup. So this is what we have. Okay, so now making drums should be literally 5 times easier, like not joking, because you just throw these in there. You don't have to go in and click every single time that you make a beat. So yeah, those are the presets. This is Blemish. Okay, free version is available now. The full version is available now just for $5. If you guys want to copy it, go ahead. You should do it now because it's not going to be $5 forever. When the new bank drops, like I said, remember, there's going to be multiple banks. As you can see, these are right now all the banks that we have. So there's going to be multiple banks. So if you want these at a super low price, you can. Or maybe like, hey, I just, for whatever reason, you're like, hey, I can't afford it. Or maybe you're just like, no, I don't want the free bank. I just want free presets. Well, there you go. There's the free version, 20 presets just for you. You can kind of play around with those, do whatever you want. But yeah, links will be in the description or comment section down below. But yeah, that's going to be it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe if you're new. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.